This is why I used to be against the death penalty, but now for certain circumstances I am for the death penalty, and I believe it is the most humane and decent thing we can do, not just for the honor of the victims, but for the convicted perpetrator as well. Now, it goes without saying, but worth saying, we're talking here orders of magnitude beyond the reasonable doubt of guilt for the death penalty to be correct. So, of course, no one has the right to kill you. Your life is sacred. You are made in the image of the universe. In your body, the same ratios of chemicals that exists out there in the stars in terms of nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, same ratio. Your body, the framework of your body, your arms, your legs, as expressed beautifully in that circle and a square with the man stood up by Leonardo da Vinci, follows the 1.614 golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence. So you are sacred. There's no two ways about it. You are very special. Now, because of that, the people on this planet are also extremely important. So when someone takes it upon themselves, and I'm going to concentrate now on crimes against children, to keep it unambiguous, when someone commits a crime against a child, be it rape, murder, torture, or a combination of all three, whoever did that needs to be removed from the game. I recently did a comment on one of these American TV show, ABC, NBC, something like that. And in America, they have cameras in the courtroom. So it was a guy, 30, 40 years old, getting sentenced to death for the rape and torture and murder of a little girl. And it was a judge, and she told him he was a monster, and she sentenced him to death, and he got dragged out. Now, I left a comment saying, you know, some crimes have to be punished by death, nothing else will do. And they got 9.2 thousand likes, 9,200 likes. And one thing which really appeared as a pattern, and I love my patterns, is I started seeing a big pattern in people saying, no, 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 Charlie, you're wrong. It is more of a punishment, it is more of a torture to the perpetrator to give them a life without parole in jail, life imprisonment without parole in prison. And this got me thinking, is like, whoa, I'm not looking for more torture here. I'm not looking for more negativity against the perpetrator. I'm not looking for a 70-year or 50-year sentence of sheer torture. I'm not a sadistic person. I'm more of the philosophy of take them round the back and shoot them in the back of the head. It's job done, finished. No fetishization, no elevation of the perpetrator into this monster that needs to be held in a secure unit for the rest of their life. No. You're unimportant. Your only claim to fame is that you raped and tortured a little kid. So you get nothing. You don't get a Wikipedia entry. You don't get lawyers. You don't get appeals. You don't get to sit on death row for 20 years so that celebrities can come to your aid. You get taken out the back and bullet in the back of the head. Sorry, my voice, as you can tell, is a bit funky. So, I'm a father of 3 kids. And this goes for every father that watches my videos. That you can happily say, not happily, but you can say without any worry about saying the wrong thing, that you would kill anyone that hurt your kids. Anyone would. And it's not just about retribution or doing the right thing. It's not just that. It's that we don't understand this world. We don't understand how consciousness works. We don't understand how the world is here, why something exists rather than nothing. We have no idea. But one thing I do know is that someone who has allowed themselves to go to the darkness where they're raping and killing children does not deserve to exist on the same plane as the rest of us. You forfeited that right. You're out of the game. And in a world where people will commit suicide for things which they didn't even mean to do, like accidents, it's not right that someone who has the rape, torture, and murder of babies or children in their minds and in their hearts is able to breathe the same air, read the same books, watch the same TV, eat the same food, because ultimately we don't know how their energy, their existence affects the rest of us. And by holding monsters, absolute nightmare monsters, in a secure unit, these people are going to be having thoughts, not just self-hating thoughts. They're going to be having fantastical thoughts about what they did, about what they could do if they escaped, the future pain they could cause if clemency ever came their way. And so we don't know. And here's the most important line I'm going to say. We do not know what psychic price we pay by allowing hundreds of thousands of monsters worldwide to occupy the same existence that we have. We just don't know. And it should not be a risk that we take, because we don't know what it does to the rest of society. We don't know. You know how life imitates art, and art can imitate life? Well, I'm going to tell you in my next segment what cemented it for me. It was actually a film. It was art, but it said it all. You may remember about 3-4 years ago there was a big hype, a big celebration about a film called Manchester by the Sea, starring Casey Affleck and Michelle Williams. Now, it was an art house, very emotional movie. I thought I'd give it a go. Not usually into no, I don't. Let's fuck. Let me start this segment again. I gave that film a go, and there's 2 powerful scenes in it. And yeah, if you're a dad, it'll fuck you up. I'll give you that warning. It'll fuck you up big time. I've posted a link in the description box of the scene, and it is a massive spoiler, but I don't think it will detract from the emotional impact of the movie. But just to give it a quick description, Casey Affleck is a loving father. He goes to a party, comes back, the kids are cold, he puts some logs in the fireplace, falls asleep. And a fire happens, and he accidentally kills his own children. And the scene is in a police station as they're interviewing him about that. And he tells them very honestly. And then they say, okay, well, that's it. No crime, you accidentally killed your kids. And he is so distressed that they're letting him go, and there's no punishment or retribution for what he believes is the worst crime in the history of crimes. There's Baz, the PCSO. He's in the cafe over there, so he's saying hello. So in the film, Casey, he realizes he's killed his own children, and he grabs a policeman's gun and tries to shoot himself in the head. Because he accidentally killed his kids. Now he fails, but oh my God, it's not the right thing to kill yourself when you've accidentally killed your children. But nobody can deny his desire to do so. And so people who kill other people's children out of malice or sexual desire or hatred, or doesn't matter, you then have no right to breathe the same air that we all breathe. You have no right to make the taxpayer pay for you to sit in a cell and do whatever you're doing with yourself. Pleasure, pain, expression, writing. I'll tell you why I have no issues with the death penalty now for these unambiguous child torturing cases. Is that I've got very strong beliefs about the nature of reality and the fact that the universe goes on forever and that consciousness may go on forever. So if that is the case and we're here for a 90-year, 80-year experience, one thing we need to do is take out the fucking trash.